guys, it's Katie, and today you guys can probably tell that I was running dry in the video ideas pool of my brain, and so I decided to make a video on how I make videos because a lot of you guys have asked me in the past to do tutorials on how I edit things and all that fun stuff. So today I'm going to be filming part one of how I make my videos. I feel like it's best to separate this into two parts, like part one, the cameras and all that, like physical, tangible things, and then part two is like the editing, which I'll probably do in like a few months from now when I actually know how to use my editing software, because I'm actually starting out with a brand new editing software called Final Cut Pro X, which a lot of you guys are probably might be familiar with, but I'm very new to it. I've actually been using iMovie 09 for all of my videos since, I don't know, it's been a very long relationship, me and iMovie, but then I got a new computer and I was taking on this whole new huge video project for a friend of mine. I thought, why not buy a new editing software? So let's start out with the camera that I'm filming with right now. This is the EOS T3i Rebel from Canon, and you guys probably know a lot of YouTubers use this camera, and it's for good reason because it is, one, fairly inexpensive when it comes to the average DSLR camera, which is what this is, and B, it just overall has great quality. It's very versatile for a variety of lenses, and it's just a great camera. My go-to lens for filming videos, like sit-down videos like this, or even outfit of the days, lookbooks, that sort of thing, I use this lens. I do have some other lenses, including the Nifty 50, which is a 50mm lens. Definitely do your research, do your homework when it comes to lenses, because they aren't cheap for the most part. The one that I definitely recommend you guys invest in is this one, which is the Sigma 30mm f1.4. This particular lens is a fixed length lens, meaning that it doesn't zoom, which a lot of beginners and people who are not really familiar with cameras have an issue with that because it's a little bit harder. Where do I want to stand if you're filming like standing up, or where do I want to sit if you're filming sitting down, like that sort of thing. It's kind of difficult, but it does have a nice focus ring here. I always film all my videos in manual focus, which is kind of hard if you are doing sit-down videos because you don't know like where to sit for it to be in focus a lot of times because of the depth of field, which is complicated camera terms for the blurriness in the background, you know. So I usually have my sister sit in my chair and I focus on her, and then I'm like, see ya, and I sit down and then film. I usually sit in my videos, but really whatever you want to do. If you're the kind of person that likes to stand up, you're more than welcome to do that. Obviously it's your videos, but I always sit here in this backdrop because I like having a backdrop but nothing too incredibly cluttered that it takes the focus away from me. I guess the only other thing I wanted to say about this camera is A, it has a flip out lens like this so you can see yourself, or not lens, viewfinder, sorry, so you can see yourself when you're sitting in front of the camera, which is very helpful. I always film in 60 frames per second, which is usually on most DSLRs you can change it in menu and then go to movie recording size, and then I always change it to 60 FPS or 60 frames per second, and that means that when I go in the editing software and I start to edit, you can do super slow motion and things like that, and it'll have like seamless frames and it won't just cut and be all choppy and ugly looking. So now that I've sufficiently rambled a ton about my camera that I use for my normal filming, I'm going to talk about my vlogging camera, which is the Canon PowerShot ELPH 110HS, and it's a wonderful camera. Basically, it's a budget camera with HD quality. I think it pretty positive it has 1080p. It is 16.1 megapixels. I'm almost going to bet money that this films in 1080p. I'm almost positive, if not 720, but yeah, I'm pretty positive it's 1080. As you guys could tell from my previous segment about this camera that I'm filming with, this is excellent quality, and it's really great for vlogging. It does autofocus, the sound is great. It has a flash on it, it's great for photos too, and it's overall very handy. This is my second one of these because, as I said in one of my haul videos, I dropped my other one off the roof when I was building a house, so yeah. It is pretty durable. It did work after that, but I just didn't want to use something with a cracked screen that I couldn't see anything, you know, so instead of replacing the screen, I just bought a new one, and it's great. I got this from Target. You can really get it wherever. There's cheaper stores online. So yeah, that's all I really want to say about this. Another question that I'm frequently asked about the whole behind the scenes making my videos process is how I come up with ideas. First of all, I have a Twitter account, which is HelloKatyxo. If you're not follow me because I tweet some relevant things sometimes. I utilize my Twitter account to get ideas from you guys, so a lot of the videos that you see, including this one, have come from ideas of you from your brains. Really, I can't take credit for all the ideas I come up with. I try my best to make as original videos as I can because it's really easy in the beauty community, especially, to fall in the rut of the beauty guru and do everything the same as everybody else, dress the same as everybody else, you know. It's very important to have original ideas and put your own unique spin on things. You can't just sit in front of the camera and speak like you're rehearsed and you're reading like one of those teleprompter things. Like, you can't do that because people get bored. You can't be monotone. Like, I mean, I get it if that's like how your voice is, but add some pizzazz to your videos and reel in the interest of, what is this? This is not real. Reel in the interest of the viewer. How else do I make my videos? To make YouTube videos, it doesn't even really take any video skill at all. I'm a self-taught videographer, or amateur videographer, or whatever. I think that it's definitely a thing that you can have a certain eye for video and photography, and then there are people that just don't at all, and like they can't process it. Like, some of our brains are just wired in a certain way that it just comes naturally. My brain just tells me what to do. There's no coaching or teaching I can really say other than I just do what comes to my brain. So the different angles, the different filming you see in my lookbooks, it's not really teachable, to be honest. Like, you just pick a song, kind of get the song in your brain while you're filming, and think about the different movements you'll have to make in order for it to, you know, all like match up and create the biggest impact, sort of. I don't know, it's really just trial and error. I've been doing this thing for 3 years and I've definitely made some mistakes. You guys have seen my mistakes, you guys have pointed out my mistakes. You're constantly being put under a microscope and people are looking at you like to wait until you make a mistake and then they point it out, which is great because I'll learn from my mistakes that way, but then again, it is kind of hurtful when people say things like, oh, you did this lookbook, so you're very conceited and you're totally into yourself. You don't know what's going on inside my brain. You can't put words in my mouth. I mean, I could totally make a whole video about the haters on YouTube, but I'm not, because that would only fuel their fire. But as a YouTuber, giving advice to other future or current YouTubers who want to improve their skills, don't let the haters ruin your day, because they're only names on a computer screen. They don't have the balls, most of them, to sit in front of a camera and pour their hearts out on the internet to however many people are watching. Being a YouTuber doesn't take any specific talents. You don't need to take classes to be a YouTuber, and that's why it's so great, because it's not an industry that's very defined yet, because it's so new. We're making our own rules as we go, and that's honestly why I love being a YouTuber. I think I covered everything in this video regarding my cameras and filming and that sort of thing, so if you guys have any additional questions, feel free to comment in the comment section below and I will try my best to comment back. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.